Hi everyone, this is the 86th video of the ACT Math Practice Problem series, and here we have another nice problem from the concept of Factor Theorem and Remainder Theorem. As I always recommend, before seeing the solution, you can pause the video and give it a try yourself, and after that of course you want to match with my solution. So let's get started. Here the question says, if x plus 2 is a factor of ax squared minus 7x minus 6, then a is equal to which of the following 5 options? So we have been given a function of x which is ax squared minus 7x minus 6, and we have been told that x plus 2 is a factor of this function or factor of this expression, right? So now what is our function? Well, the function is, we can say f of x is equal to ax squared minus 7x minus 6, and what is our divisor? Our divisor is x plus 2, so I'm going to write it like this, and we can also write it as x minus negative 2. Now why am I trying to write it in that form? Well, from the remainder theorem we know that when f of x is divided by x minus c, it would leave a remainder which is equal to f of c. I have already created a separate video. I have shared the link in the description. Feel free to watch that video. I have described the remainder theorem and factor theorem in details in those videos. And then from the factor theorem, what do we know? If x minus c is a factor of f of x, then the remainder will be 0 when f of x is divided by x minus c. So now in this case we have been told that x plus 2 is a factor, right? So now can we say that when f of x is divided by x minus negative 2, in this case the remainder would be 0, because we have been told that x plus 2 is a factor of our function, right? So then the remainder will be equal to 0. That means f of negative 2 will be equal to 0. Think about it, because when f of x is divided by x minus negative 2, the remainder would be f of negative 2, and that remainder will be 0 because it has been mentioned that x plus 2 is a factor of this expression. If x plus 2 is a factor of this expression, then obviously when this expression is divided by x plus 2, the remainder will be 0. Otherwise it cannot be a factor. If it is a factor, then the remainder better be 0 when the original expression is divided by the factor, right? So in this case our factor is x minus negative 2, which is essentially x plus 2. I am just writing it to show you that as per the remainder theorem we know that the remainder would be f of c. So in this case what is c? Well, this is actually our c right here. The negative 2 is the c. That is why I had to write it in that form, so that we can find out what is the value of c to be able to use the remainder theorem. So in this case c is negative 2, so our remainder would be f of negative 2, and that will be equal to 0 because x plus 2 is a factor. Now let's try to solve it. What is f of negative 2? Well, f of negative 2 will be a times negative 2 squared minus 7 times negative 2 minus 6, and that is equal to 0. And then from here what can we say? Well, it would be 4 times a minus 7 times negative 2, that would be positive 14, minus 6 is equal to 0. And from here what can we say? Well, 4 times a is equal to negative 8, and from here we can say, well, then a must be equal to negative 2, and that is our answer. And if you look at our answer options, we have negative 2 under option G, so option G is the correct option. I hope everything made sense. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.